Do you remember that time of your life when you were like staring at your phone at 12 a.m. or later and your heart pounding and you're crafting the perfect text message for the 15th time because you're terrified that like one misplaced word would set them off again? And you were like, ugh, why do they do that to me, right? I've been there, believe me. But what if I told you this whole time you've been asking the wrong question? The real question isn't why you do it, it's why you accept it. Bear with me because as you can hear it, I'm laughing at myself in that picture. So healing and laughing at the mistakes that you've done in the past is possible, believe me. So, as I said, I've been there. I lied awake at night and like crafted the perfect messages and wondered maybe I was losing my mind. And then like I spent years actually learning about narcissism. And I became so good at spotting gaslighting from miles away, right? I knew all the red flags, the manipulation tactics, all of that stuff. But none of that knowledge stopped me from falling for the same patterns, for the same dynamic over and over again. That's when I realized something. Knowing how the trap works doesn't set you free if you're still walking into that trap. So I started asking different questions. Instead of, why did he do that to me? I started asking, why did I accept it? Instead of, why didn't he respect my boundaries? I asked, did he show me any evidence that he ever would respect my boundaries? That's when I made a discovery that really saved my life. I realized it's not about understanding them at all. It's about understanding why you keep getting attracted to them. Not even why you attract them. No, why you keep getting attracted to them. Do you see that? Do you see the difference? See, there is a program that's running in your mind right now. A program that got installed when you were little. We all have them. I have my program, you have yours, we all have them. I'll give you examples. Maybe when you were a little kid crying because of an emotion bigger than you and you got shut down, so that learned belief there was, your feelings don't matter. Or maybe you saw one of your parents suffering in the relationship and you heard, love is supposed to hurt. Or maybe you were that kid that had to perform to get praise. So you learned that I have to be perfect to be loved. There are tons of other different programs, but the one consistent thing is that the mind always tries to protect you, and your mind was just doing its best based on what it understood back then. I know this is a hard pill to swallow, but the subconscious of that kid who believed that their feelings didn't matter was actually trying to protect them from feeling invisible. You know, when that kid said, my feelings don't matter, then they didn't go crying to their parents. So when they didn't, there was no chance for their parent to shut them down. So when their parent didn't shut them down, they didn't feel invisible or unheard or unseen. But what they didn't know is that when they suppressed their feelings did become invisible. So in this understanding, you liberate yourself from these beliefs. All of these thoughts are in your deep subconscious. They become beliefs in even the unconscious part of your mind. You might not even know that you have them. So every time you meet someone toxic, they can sense which program is running in you. How do they sense that? It's the behavior. They see maybe how you apologize a lot before you even speak. Maybe they see how you shrink when your voice is raised, or maybe how automatically you blame yourself. They just observe the behavior. Toxic person or not, we all observe each other, right? We're all broadcasting signals that say what we would tolerate. If you're someone who tolerates terrible treatment and even make excuses for it, your behavior shows that. And they pick up on it. Again, I've been there. I know this is hard to hear, but if you're feeling that I'm kind of putting the blame on you, I'm not. I'm really not. This understanding is what sets you free. The truth is, the help that you need is not another article about love bombing or another support group where you spend hours dissecting the narcissistic person behavior and cracking the narcissistic code. Everything's about the narcissist, but not your healing journey. Not under my watch. You need to look at you to figure out why you keep choosing people that you choose. Why you let people treat you for less than you're worth. Or maybe convince yourself that it's love. Really look at yourself with curiosity and compassion, not judgment. Because a behavior is a result of a belief. And a belief is a thought that you think a lot. Or a thought that you heard a lot, especially as a child, right? And we talked about that in depth in another video that I will link. I got immediately into the topic and I forgot to tell you that my name is Manar and I'm here to show you exactly how hypnotherapy works to rewrite that program. Through hypnotherapy and therapeutic coaching, I take you back to the exact moment that your mind learned these behaviors, such as doubt yourself, for example. Not to relive trauma, but to rewrite it. Because when you look at it objectively, you have more compassion for yourself and you have the opportunity, that golden opportunity to reframe it. Because now you know better than you knew back then. Your mind back then was maybe stressed, anxious, whatever. But when you look at it objectively with your hypnotherapy practitioner, you can reframe it easily, actually. You see that the most powerful part of you is your mind, especially the subconscious mind and the unconscious part of your mind. I can't change anything, but I can get you to a state where you negotiate with your mind and create new healthy pathways in your brain that protect you in a healthy manner. So this month, I'm giving a 20% discount if you want to use it, because in just 6 to 8 weeks, hypnotherapy can make you narcissist-proof. That doesn't mean they're gonna disappear. I'm not God, I wish. But what can happen is that when you walk into a room and you meet any toxic people, because they exist, they're gonna approach people and they're gonna approach you. What happens is that when you meet them, you can communicate with them in a way that shows them that you can't be triggered. Remember those behaviors that you broadcast? They can change. When someone gives you the silent treatment, you can become unfazed. You look someone in the eye who's trying to gaslight you and you feel nothing. Maybe you even laugh at their pathetic attempt. Honestly, to be fair, when someone tries to gaslight me and I catch it, it's funny to me. Does that mean that I'm a love coach? Heck no. I'm a hypnotherapy practitioner. It's about the beliefs that you have about yourself, the world, people, men, women, whatever. So once that foundation is strong, your behaviors shift in almost all aspects of your life. Your story doesn't have to be about the narcissist. Actually, it shouldn't be about the narcissist. It's not your fault that your mind chose a program that fit back then, and it was trying to protect you, and it saw that that was the best way to protect you. But it is your responsibility to reprogram that so that it never happens again. Look, if your mind did it back then, it can do it again now, just the right way this time. And yeah, if you're ready, the link is down below if you want to use this opportunity, because your story doesn't end with someone controlling your peace of mind. It ends with you becoming that person they could never touch in the first place. So let's effing do it.